Hello girls,
Hello!
and welcome back to the midlife conversation. And I really wanted to maybe choose a bit more of a juicy subject, hence having my little sister on the sofa with me, Lulu.
Here I am again.
She's back in the house.
I'm back in town.
She's back on the sofa and she's ready to reveal how to deal with a hysterectomy.
I had a hysterectomy, girls, 8 years ago. At the time that I was told I'd have to have it, I seriously thought that my life would turn upside down. It did for a little bit, but you've got to pick yourself up and just move with the time.
And when you think about it, Lou, and we've had this conversation a lot, is there really information for women to take you through that journey and past it?
I don't think there is. And I think at the time, I kind of obviously had to dig deep. I was trying to go through the internet, speak to people, but it's quite a closed subject.
Yeah.
And I've come across obviously other women, my sister-in-law, other friends that have gone through the same thing, but nobody knows what it's like to deal with until it's yourself. And obviously, you know, I've often said to you, I'd love to be able to talk to women out there just to let them know that you can get through it and how you can actually get through it by yourself.
But looking at you, Lou, and I'm not just saying it because we share the same genes. I don't mean like, you know, Levi's or 501.
Got that on today, girlie.
She looks amazing. I mean, the thing with hysterectomy, you're welcome, Cherub Chop.
Thank you, sweetie.
The thing,
Thank you. You don't tell me.
I try. It's ongoing for me. It's a constant trial and battle. But I look at my sister and I think she is so fortunate to have the skin that she's got. She's fortunate to have the recovery period that she's got. But I think what really has enabled you to get through this is you looked at your diet and your exercise.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's how you view life. It's how you embrace it. You know, as cheesy as that might seem, you've got to up everything from your diet to how you live your life to your alcohol intake to exercise.
What would we do without it?
And we all love a glass of wine. I mean, you know, even last night I had a couple. But I think exercise, and obviously, it's paramount in my world. If I don't exercise, I don't feel good about myself. It doesn't release the happy endorphins. You need those to be keeping you upbeat. And obviously, girly company, you know, talking to your girlfriends and keeping it real. Even down to looking at certain foods like spinach, certain fish. Do you see those? I'm getting them there. Getting those little arms back again. But it's to feed the adrenal gland, and all those kind of foods are what help us women that have had the hysterectomy. When I first had it, I remember thinking, oh my God, I've got to change my life, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Baby steps, girls, piano, you just got to take it in your stride. And if you look at how you're living your life and what you're doing to change it, then that will make a massive difference to you.
Yeah, but Lou,
it's for those that aren't willing to change it, that don't move forward. But the reason for me having a hysterectomy, I was diagnosed with endometrial cancer, and that is a hormonal orientated cancer. It's prevalent in women that are postmenopausal, that are above
the age of
60 and 70s, and I was in my late 30s, and I was a very unusual cove. As I am.
Always has been. Always. Why change a lifetime lifestyle?
Never. I'm never going to change that habit. No. So I was informed.
You always had to be different, didn't you?
I did. You know.
Came out with red hair. Only one in the family.
So in light of that, obviously I had to think, right, I'm not going to be able to do anything hormonal. I was instructed by my consultant not even to go to the alternative method of having red clover, black cohosh, which the North American Indians would depend on to get them through the menopause. So I've had to just do it the natural way.
Yeah, but what is so amazing about you, Lou, is that You got...
I'm going to start getting teary-eyed in a minute.
No, but it's true.
But tell me anyway. Tell me what's amazing about myself.
You are quite inspirational.
Oh,
you know, she's my younger sister, and she's taught me a lot.
As you heard me.
You know, she's taught me how to deal with an illness that is so scary, that could have had such a different outcome, but her mental approach to it was like, it's not going to beat me. And I'm not... But Lou, you didn't allow yourself to be scared of it, did you?
And in a way, I kind of was... It was, I don't know, it was like a... As my mother-in-law would say, up to you, Gwenny, up there in Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
It was as though I was dealing with it from an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
With me, because I then had to have radiotherapy a month to 5 weeks after my operation, I remember it was like robotic. I was waking up, just getting on with it. And I didn't give myself, you know, of course you
too much
about
time
it, but
to dwell.
I would just carry on and forge ahead. And I think that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
That was my mechanism.
Yeah.
We all have different ways, don't we, of dealing with things.
Yeah, but I remember when that all happened, you went on like a complete alkaline-based diet. She was eating all greens, salads, broccoli. You were even liquidising, making your own smoothies with green vegetables. And what an alkalising based diet does is it totally removes an environment for any form of disease to
fester.
Or what's the other word?
Or to it's on the tip of my tongue.
For an illness to prosper, and to really take a grip on you. And I think you took those kind of measures very, very quickly, Lou.
Well, I think I had to deal with it, and I dealt with it in my own way, and in a way that I was quickly reading up. I had a book that was called "You Are What You Eat."
Yeah.
It was all about what's healthy, what's good for you, what can enable you to just deal with illnesses.
Yeah.
And I read that back to front. I got it from...
You took it by the horns, didn't you, Lou?
That book was
wrestled it to the ground.
I did. It was like my
She was
little
always
Bible.
strong and very good at wrestling.
And it was always...
I'm talking from experience.
Yeah. Well, I used to fight all the boys in school, and, you know...
Yeah, you did, actually.
I could
most of them over.
But it's about what you pull on, and I think I pulled on that, and I thought, healthy, get back on track, and just...
But positive thoughts as well, Lou. You've never been one to dwell. As a family,
but I don't think
we are always...
Been, have we?
No, but we are a glass half full, never half empty. My motto is, in this life, you are what you focus on. Meet it head on and then move on. You know, it's life. It is. It's going to be a journey. I always say it's like a carousel. You just go round and round, and sometimes you've got to get off it, and sometimes you've got to get back on. And when mine's a roller coaster. Well, that felt like a roller coaster when that happened to me. However, I'm here, and that's, you know, how I've got through it, by having my sisters, my husband, my dad, my close friends. Were amazing. But also, I think that is a subject that is taboo to talk about. People don't know how to tackle the subject. But just because you get cancer doesn't mean life finishes. There are such amazing treatments out there, and if you look after yourself and you following the path that Louise has, thank God, looked at her diet, decided she was going to beat it, had a brilliant doctor, obviously. Everything was caught in the nick of time. But Louise, you've really embraced your exercise, haven't you? Oh, I have, yeah, absolutely. When I first had the okay to go ahead and go back to do an exercise, it was 5 or 6 months after my operation and after my radiotherapy treatment. And my consultant did say to me, no working out in the gym, you can only do yoga and swimming. And that's what I did, and that's what got me back into feeling you know, good about myself physically, because it gave me that energy and drive and but also on top of all that, it's the laughter, you know, that's been an integral part of all of this. You know, we might sit here and come across as being a little bit, oh, you know, she's just got it all together. No,
there are times when it's been the laughter that's got me through.
Definitely.
All of it.
Yeah. And do you know what? I think it's such a serious subject.
Absolutely.
That you have to find a light-hearted avenue.
Yeah, you do.
To
you
release how you feel.
Yeah.
And we are a family that laughs. We are. We laugh at one another.
Yeah, I laugh at her all the time. Hi, Teresa.
I laugh at myself.
But we can laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But
you know,
that's
we don't
another.
take it seriously.
I was just going to say that, Lou. That's another really important factor, isn't it? You know, I think that if you're met with something like that in your life, you can feel really isolated and alone.
Yeah,
but I just want to say this, girls. You're never alone, because there is always a woman that is going through the same thing as you. And, you know, to have had it as close to my life as I have had has shown me that mind over matter is the most amazing tool to get you back on track. And do you know what? Like we said right at the very beginning, when we very first started the midlife conversation, we want to tackle real life issues, but we want to do it in a light-hearted way.
Absolutely.
Because life, you know, there is no dress rehearsal for this that we're doing. What we did yesterday that was a mistake, we leave behind.
There's no textbook to tell us how to do it. We have to find it our way. Yeah. And we'll all find our own little niche and our own little style of doing things. Yeah. But most importantly, for those that could be going through a really traumatic time with your personal circumstances, and in mine it was my health, I was told, keep that positive, and everything else, the physical aspect of your being will sort itself out. And I think that's what's enabled me to get through it, as well as the laughs and the, you know, and the chats that you can have with your family and your friends as well. Yeah, and don't be scared. Never feel alone. And you've always got your girlfriends that you can turn to. And you can always switch us on. Play and watch us over and over again. That's right. And do you know what? I mean, go to the Midlife Conversation Facebook page. If you look on there, you can see what, you know, real women are up to on a day-to-day basis. And I think that, you know, with the YouTube, it'd be really lovely if you want to just subscribe to the channel, because you're kept on top of our new uploads if you subscribe, and that's what we're here for, just to try and bring a little bit of light-hearted reality. Of course, the real deal, girls. That's what we are. We've been there, we've experienced awful times in our lives, both of us, but we're all together in this. It's life. Yeah. You know, and you've just got to get over that first hurdle. I think the great thing about women and being a woman is that it doesn't matter what your creed, your race, you know, your religion, anything. We have all got this very unique bond that ties us together as women. Strength. You know, and, you know, without sounding like a hallelujah, just join us on this journey. We can all get through it together. Yeah. We can all help each other along the way. And if you've got questions, always put a little question in the comments box on YouTube, or even on the Facebook page. You know, or curiosity, if there's something that's playing on your mind. Absolutely, you know, I can, without a doubt, I can help. Brilliant. Help. I've been there, and you know, it's continual support that we can give each other, girls. It is. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, because I really have. Yeah, me too. I've enjoyed it. Up, ladies. Yeah. And until the next time, girls. Bye. Bye.